So using the pen tool definitely takes some practice. So let's see if we can make these two shapes, right? So I have this image here, and I'm going to use what's called the artboard feature in Illustrator. It's this little icon right here. If you click on it, it actually allows you to draw like another page in your Illustrator document. So I can look at this one document here and try to replicate it over here. So with the pen tool, I'm going to click. I'm going to try to make this particular shape. I'm going to show you a couple new tricks here. So one thing that's very interesting is if you want a straight line, if you hold the Shift key down while you're drawing, clicking, get a particularly complete straight line. So I'm going to click, and I'm holding Shift. So notice that it goes perfectly straight, right? Click, and then I'm going to go to here. I'm still holding the Shift key. Now I'm going to let go of the Shift key, and I'm going to go to the distance here that I'm trying to get for my curve. I click and I pull up. And notice I am making that particular line. Now, here's the thing. I want to go straight again, but look, it's not letting me go straight. So the key thing to do here, the easiest thing to do, is just to click right on the dot here. Notice how the cursor changes, and it removes that little handle. Now I can hold Shift again to go straight. I click, and now I'm going to make another dip, right? So I let go. I move over, I click, and I pull, and there I go. Now I have to do the same thing again because I want to get over here. Now, I could do it the same way where I just click here, or I could hold the Alt key down, and I could just pull this handle, they call it, a little handle down, and point it in the right direction, and then click. And now I'll hold down Shift to make another straight line. Often there's more than one way to approach solving a problem with this kind of program. And I'm going straight line again, so this is pretty easy here. Click, and then I click and pull to make my final thing. Now I have that same problem to resolve one more time. So I can either hold down the Alt key, or I can just click here to remove that handle, and then finally click here, and I'm done. Now if I look at this and I say, okay, this is great, but maybe I wanted this to be moved over just a little bit. So there's another tool here, and it's this one called the Direct Selection tool. It's right above the pen tool. If I click on that, look what I can do. I can actually click and I can adjust things a little bit. I can move them. I can not only move these anchor points, but I can also move the handles. And if I want to adjust them a little bit, I can pull them and get them just where I want them to be. Just adjust them a little bit. I can do it with all of them. I can move them over a little bit. Can adjust as I see fit. I can adjust them. Very useful, right? If I want to do something like that, I can, of course. All right, now I can deselect everything here. And then let's go to this other shape here. Now this is going to be a similar kind of problem. I'll go back to the pen tool, and I'm going to start by clicking, and then I'm going to click and just pull because I'm creating this first part. Now I need to go straight down. Now look, it won't let me go straight. So I have to do the same thing exactly, right? I can click here to remove that handle, and I can go, I have a straight line here, click. This is straightforward. I can click and pull. I'm pulling it. Now again, I need a straight line. So this time I'll hold down the Alt key, and I'll move this in that direction I want to go. And then just click. Now when I look at this, I'll say, okay, it looks pretty good, but I might decide I want to adjust things just a little bit. So using this Direct Selection tool, I can click on it, and I might decide I'll just pull that a little bit over, and maybe I'll pull this one down just a little bit. And then I look at it, oh, I want it a little bit higher. You can keep tweaking it. And then there we go. I've done it. So if you practice like this, you will get to the point where you feel really comfortable using the pen tool. It is a really tricky thing to get used to, but it just takes some time to play with the different features.